guys, welcome back to our channel. वैसे तो हम बहुत सारे तैयार त्यूर हैं, पर ये vlog नहीं है. Today I'm here to actually talk about 5 things that you need to prepare yourself for the Canadian job market.
So let's get started. अभी मूवी भी देखने जाएंगे. So let's go to contactless car wash.
So the number one point is finding your niche. अब generalist profiles Canada में you would not get a lot of jobs, ना ही salary ज़्यादा होती है. बल्कि if you are like more specific कि हाँ you know this is what I am you know a professionalist, a perfectionist in, इसके बारे में अगर किसी को जानना तो उसे मेरे पास आना पड़ेगा. Have that kind of a you know profile, build that kind of a profile. अब जैसे मेरी company is just you know built on React Native apps. तो पूरी मतलब we are famous for you know building React Native apps. तो वो that is what you need to find.
And जैसे मेरा sales and marketing है, right? So a lot of people say that we are a sales and marketing professional. That's a very generalist statement. Within sales and marketing, are you digital marketing? Are you a business developer? Are you B2B? Are you B2C? So it's very important to niche it out in Canada because यहाँ पे generalist profiles की जैसे सिमरन ने कहा उसकी बहुत ज़्यादा डिमांड होएगी बट उतनी सैलरीज नहीं है. सो अगर कोई भी स्टैक है आपका, इंडिया में जैक ऑफ ऑल बोलते हैं ना, जैक ऑफ ऑल अगर होते हैं या जनरल मैनेजर्स जो होते हैं दे एक्चुअली मेक मोर मनी, बट हियर specialists make way more money. For example, I was a market researcher into marketing insights. I was making way more money than what a marketing professional will make, at least 2 times. So that's point number 1. Niche it out, develop that skill, be known for something that no one else, you know, or not everyone can do. That's point number 1. Momos from Momo House in Cambridge. Ta-da! और जब भी यहाँ पे जाओ तो यहाँ पे इनकी जो हॉट सॉस है वो वाली लेना, मोमो सॉस मत लेना. हॉट सॉस इज मच बेटर देन द मोमो सॉस.
नंबर 2 पॉइंट जिसके बारे में बहुत सारी डिस्कशंस और बहुत सारी वीडियोस है इज अ कनेडियन स्टाइल रिज्यूमे. ये बहुत हाइप्ड वर्ड है बट इट इज नथिंग लाइक दैट. इट्स अ नॉर्मल रिज्यूमे लाइक यू हैव, बट हाँ कुछ स्पेशल पॉइंट्स हाईलाइट करने होते हैं. उस पर भी हमने बहुत सारी वीडियोस बनाई है, यू कैन चेक दोज आउट.
तो एक चीज़ जो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होती है जो कि बहुत लोग मिस करते हैं, कनेडियन स्टाइल रिज्यूमे कुछ नहीं है. कनेडियन स्टाइल रिज्यूमे में हमारे जो पर्सनल इन्फॉर्मेशन होती है ना वो नहीं होनी चाहिए. दैट्स व्हाट अ कनेडियन स्टाइल रिज्यूमे इज, बिकॉज यहाँ पे पर्सनल बायसेस लाइक योर मैरिटल स्टेटस, योर एज, योर जेंडर, जो भी ये सब चीज़ें होती हैं ये सब लोग लिखते हैं. यू शुड नॉट पुट इट रिलीजन, you know, like your picture, right? बहुत सारे लोग अपने रिज्यूमे में डालते हैं, वो सब नहीं होना चाहिए. So that's what a Canadian style resume is for that word. लेकिन एक चीज़ जो 95% of resumes miss is the impact. हम क्या लिखते हैं कि for example I was a market researcher in Walmart. If I, you know, most of the profiles will write that, you know, I was doing this, I was doing this, I was doing this, I was doing this. That's a job description of that profile. What's important is we need to write the impact. अगर मैं ना होता इस रोल में तो क्या इम्पैक्ट होता, क्या सेल्स इम्पैक्ट होता. आई हैव सीन सो मेनी रिज्यूमेज विद हु आर सेल्स मैनेजर्स एंड दे डू नॉट हैव सेल्स नंबर्स इन देयर रिज्यूमे. The impact is so very important and it's not just enough to write कि you know मैं ये कर रहा था. Job description नहीं है ये. The impact is important. And why are you applying for the job? There are only 2 reasons why anyone would hire you. You either make money for them or you save money for them. So make sure that you include that impact in your resume. That's the differentiator that you will have and bring you into the top 5% of people who are applying for jobs.
इसमें आई वुड लाइक टू ऐड अ पॉइंट. नवजोत हमेशा ये बोलता था इम्पैक्ट बेस्ड यू नो, बट फॉर IT पीपल स्पेशली फॉर डेवलपर्स लाइक मी, ठीक है हम यू नो वी आर ऑलवेज यू नो बिल्डिंग एप्स, बट यू नो लाइक व्हाट इम्पैक्ट यू कैन शो कि हाँ ठीक है इतने कस्टमर्स ने करा, बट समटाइम्स यू डोंट हैव दैट इम्पैक्ट. लाइक आई वॉज वर्किंग फॉर अ B2B कंपनी, अब वहाँ इम्पैक्ट मुझे नहीं दिखता इतनी जल्दी, तो मैं क्या लिखूँ रिज्यूमे में. सो दिस टाइम आई चेंज माई रिज्यूमे. आई बेसिकली रोट वट आई लर्नड इंस्टेड ऑफ यू नो राइटिंग कि क्या मेरी वजह से हुआ, because that also tells the interviewer कि मतलब you have learned something in your last role and you can take that forward. So that really helped me this time.
And that's also impact, right? Impact it had on you. So I think
Yeah, that was
having-
a good perspective, right?
yeah, and having something different is very important. That's what Simran did in her resume, and she got a job. So yeah, that was point number 2.
Now let's talk about point number 3, which is networking, and which a lot of people discount. मैं भी करती थी, and to be honest, I was more scared of reaching out to people instead of doing networking. तो I'll share my example. जो मेरी करंट जॉब है उसके लिए, जब मुझे वो जॉब के लिए मुझे पता चला कि देयर इज एन ओपनिंग, आई जस्ट वेंट. इनका पॉडकास्ट तो मैं ऑलरेडी सुनती थी, बट सारे मैंने उनके लाइव्स देखने शुरू कर दिए. आई ट्राइड रीचिंग आउट टू अ लॉट ऑफ एम्प्लॉयज़ इन देयर, एंड दैट एक्चुअली हेल्प्ड मी. So I would really highly suggest, even for developers also, try reaching out to people, and you never know. एक और एग्जाम्पल है, मैं एक और कंपनी के लिए उसी टाइम पे अप्लाई कर रही थी, एंड आई टोल्ड मतलब मैंने जो एप्लीकेशन करी थी वो ठीक से मतलब सबमिट नहीं हुई, देयर वाज सम एरर, एंड आई रीच्ड आउट टू द CTO सेइंग दैट कि ये ऐसा हुआ, and I really would like to, I really like the product that you're building, it's super fun. And उस time तो she said let's have an interview. उसके बाद मेरा ये हो गया. Then she came back to me कि there's a senior role now available, would you consider? मतलब just by simple networking this was happening.
And पता है, मैं एक चीज़ बहुत important है for any of you who are coming to Canada, who have their COPRs. I say this very strongly, and I've said this before, that you should not travel before you have talked to 5 people in your field. Ideally 10 people, but 5 people on the call. Understand what certifications you need, understand, and networking starts way before coming to Canada. If you're looking for work permit, then definitely you need to network. You cannot just apply for jobs. But even if you have a COPR, if you have your PR, you have applied for the PR, PNP, जो भी है, I think networking is very, very important when you come here. Even if you're coming as a student, if you come here for only knowledge, then you will lose out to people who are coming here and networking with their professors, networking with people, networking people in your field.
And is it true कि जब ये लोग बोलते हैं कि 80% of the jobs are not listed and वो internally मतलब कुछ हो जाता है, is that true?
Yes, 80% of the jobs are hidden. बहुत बार सुना होगा वाली चीज़, ये पूरे दुनिया में है. And the reason for that is जो recruiters होते हैं, they take 20% as commission. Now the moment you go outside of the company and try to recruit using a recruiter, you have to pay 20% commission to that recruiter. And therefore companies have internal portals जहाँ पे internal employees जो होते हैं वो और लोगों को रेफर करते हैं, उसके लिए उनको कोई 2% 3% compensation मिल जाती है. तो employee भी खुश, जो employer है वो भी खुश, and they don't have to pay the 20%. So when you ask a recruiter who is your biggest competitor, they'll not say another recruiter, they'll actually say an internal company program, जो referral program होता है. And that's the reason why 80% of jobs are hidden, and networking is the key to unlocking that.
ओके, सो बिफोर स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट नंबर 4 हम लोग अंदर आ गए हैं क्योंकि बाहर बहुत ज़्यादा शोर है, एंड वी हैव नो आइडिया कि पिछली वाला पॉइंट भी कैसा हुआ होगा. बट लेट्स कंटिन्यू. पॉइंट नंबर 4 इज कम्युनिकेशन. अब इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि इंग्लिश पे फोकस करना है कि मुझे इंग्लिश तो बोलनी आती नहीं ठीक से. दैट्स नॉट द पॉइंट बेसिकली.
एक्सेंट भी नहीं, एक्सेंट मारना वो वाला पॉइंट नहीं है ये. I think the point is about
business English and and conversing with your colleagues, and even sometimes जैसे मैं अपना example देती हूँ. I don't know जो से डालेगा कि नहीं डालेगा, कि I actually had a conversation with one of my colleagues and I asked him, is it comfortable for you to understand the way I speak English, just to know. So he said, yes, I do understand very clearly, but sometimes when you speak very fast, I am not able to, and this is something that I can work on.
हाँ, so that is important, plus understanding their accents as well, right? So कई बार क्या होता है कि जो Canadians होते हैं उनके कई लोगों के thick accents होते हैं, depending on where they are coming from. कई लोग immigrants ही होते हैं, right? So understanding those accents is also important. तो हमने जैसे TV series बहुत देखी हैं तो हमें उतनी problem नहीं हुई यहाँ पे, and Canadian accent इतना मुश्किल नहीं है समझना. So just watch a few TV series if you are not that comfortable, or if you are thinking that ये वाली problem होने वाली है. And the biggest thing is business English from a point of view of your field. For example, if you are into finance, make sure that you are using words like fiscal year and not annual year. So ये जो छोटी छोटी चीज़ें होती हैं ना about business English, that's important. Some of the good resources that we have found, one is LinkedIn Learning. LinkedIn Learning पे if you take a premium account on LinkedIn, which I would recommend you take if you are actively seeking a job, उसके अंदर LinkedIn Learning में there are a few courses on business English. They are very good. Coursera पे भी बहुत सारे courses हैं business English के. They are very good. So just make sure that you are doing these subtle things so that you are able to understand the accent. You have those requisite skills for conversing in a English speaking environment, and you understand the terminologies in your field which are specific to your field and specific to Canada, which is different from India.
And I would also, give you a little perspective कि अगर जैसे for example, if someone is learning your language, तो थोड़ा सा अगर फंबल होते हैं तो आप उनका कभी मजाक नहीं उड़ाओगे, राइट? यहाँ पे भी वही है. They understand everyone is an immigrant here.
Right.
Sometimes if you cannot speak the way they speak, they accept it. And अगर आपको भी किसी की बात नहीं समझ में आ रही है, आप दोबारा पूछ लो. यहाँ लोग बुरा नहीं मानते हैं. So as you can see, हम लोग सिनेप्लेक्स पहुंच चुके हैं. हमारी मूवी शो होने वाली है exactly in 7 minutes और हम देख रहे हैं Thor. Yes, now let's talk about point number 5, which is be role specific and not industry specific. अब इसका क्या मतलब है वो हमें नवजोत समझाएगा.
मैं जो वर्कशॉप करता हूँ ना फर्स्ट जॉब एक्सेलरेटर, ये उसमें एक स्लाइड होती है जिसके अंदर मैं एक एक्स एक्सिस दिखाता हूँ और एक वाई एक्सिस दिखाता हूँ, और मैं बोलता हूँ कि अगर आपका वाई एक्सिस इंडस्ट्री है और एक्स एक्सिस रोल है, तो डोंट बॉग योरसेल्फ डाउन बाय अटैचिंग योर रोल टू एन इंडस्ट्री दैट्स नॉट डूइंग वेल. इसका क्या मतलब है? फॉर एग्जाम्पल कोविड आया, कोविड के अंदर टूरिज्म इंडस्ट्री वॉज नॉट डूइंग वेल. नाउ इफ यू आर अ सेल्स मैनेजर एंड इफ यू हैव ओनली वर्कड इन टूरिज्म इंडस्ट्री, यू वुड से दैट यू आर फ्रॉम द टूरिज्म इंडस्ट्री. दैट्स रॉन्ग. You are from a sales background. So if you are good at sales, you will be good at tourism, you will be good at car sales, you will be good at house sales, you will be a good realtor, because the skill here is sales and not tourism. And that's very important. So you need to attach ourselves to our role. जितना भी हम resume बनाते हैं, कुछ भी करते हैं, वो role specific होना चाहिए, and you should target only those industries which are doing well in Canada. So for example, retail is very big in Canada. So if you are a finance manager, you can be a finance manager in retail as well. Even real estate is big here, construction is big here, banking is big here. So all those industries that are really doing well, we need to attach our roles to that industry, rather than doing the other way around and trying to fit yourself into one industry that you have been a part of.
And अगर आपने यहाँ तक वीडियो देखी है, so we'll give you a bonus point, which is, Canadian job market not only is just Canada, it exposes you to the US market as well. For me, and ये IT में बहुत ज़्यादा है, and they like US में employees are looking for people who are working in Canada, so that's a big bonus for us.
So Simran is actually working for a US based company, पहले भी बताया है, and she's getting her salary in USD through an incorporation. So फायदे बहुत ज़्यादा, उनको भी फायदा है, right?
Yeah,
because they are also hiring cheap labor. Even though she's getting a lot more salary than an average employer in Canada would pay, but still from a US standard point of view, she's still being paid less. So it's a win-win from both sides, and I think that's something that every IT person who is in IT and is exposed towards stacks that Simran is in, you should always try to get at least try to get a contract job with a US company.
Yeah. So that's all we had for today. I hope you like this video, and if you have suggestions और क्या consider करना चाहिए, do write in the comments below. We would love to read them. And do not forget to subscribe to our channel. We're gonna reach 200,000 really soon. Thank you so much for all the love and support. मिलते हैं अगली वीडियो में, तब तक के लिए bye bye.
Let's go to the movie.